Hey, I hope everyone's doing good today. So we have a new scan tool for review. This is a budget-friendly scan tool. It's by Kingbolen. This is their S608. It has a quad-core processor, 2 gigs of RAM, 32 gigs of ROM. Has a 6.2-inch touchscreen, and it also has control buttons over here on the right-hand side. Runs on Android 8.1. Has a 4150 milliamp battery. It's a force system, so it'll do your engine, your ABS, your SRS or your airbag, and your transmission control modules. Has 9 special functions or resets. Does support auto off and CAN FD. So if you've got a 2018 or newer Dodge, Chrysler, Fiat, or Jeep, this scan tool, you can register this scan tool on the AutoAuth website and be able to connect up and have bidirectional control on those vehicles. It does come with the scan tool, which you see here. It does have a USB-C port for charging and connecting to your computer, and a port for SD card. I typically never put an SD card in here. I've never seen a reason to do it, but this does have lifetime free updates. So if, let's say, in 2 or 3 years, the updates get bigger and bigger, if you start getting low on memory, you can always put an SD card in there. Of course, this is a corded tool, so it does come with a nice manual. It does have 28 different languages. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and show you the special functions just so you'll see what that has. It's got ABS bleed, battery matching, so if you got a Beamer or a lot of these newer cars now, you got to register the battery whenever you replace them. Brake pad reset, that's for your electronic parking brake if you want to put rear pads on your vehicle. DPF, regen, throttle body, gear learning, injector, coating, oil reset, and steering angle. And like I say, you can hit either the touch screen or the back button here, and you can see that, whatever's easiest for you. Of course, you got your generic OBD2, but that's also where you're going to go. Okay, yeah, we're not connected, so it's not going to connect up. But that's where you're going to go for your IM readiness monitors also. Got files, so any reports that we generate with this, that's where you'll go to get them. And of course your settings. Just to give you an idea there. Repair info, you got Google Chrome, OBD code library, your coverage list, learning. I'm not sure what learning is. Let's take a look. Okay, so right now it's got GM and Ford. And it's a little walkthrough on how to do certain things. That's pretty cool. And of course, you saw that they had Ford on there also. And I'm assuming they'll add to that as time goes on. So let's see. Okay, so why don't we go ahead and get this connected to the vehicle, and we'll do a quick run through with it and check the graphing, see how the graphing works, and go from there. All right, so I'm just going to hit diagnosis. We'll do an auto search. And I'm just going to do a health report. This does have a transfer case because it's 4-wheel drive, so it'll probably pick that up also. And there we go. What do we got? Oh, we actually have codes in our SRS system. And there's the all the modules that it detected on this vehicle. Let's go ahead and go into the ECM. This has the M5U transfer case, or I'm sorry, transmission. Let's see, version info. Okay, that's going to be your module, all your module information. That's got all your software part numbers that's in the module itself. Very handy feature to have. Calibration history. So let's go down here to, first let's take a look at actuation test. This is a fully bidirectional scan tool, so it will have actuation tests for all the modules that it detected. So these are bidirectional controls or tests that you can do when you're troubleshooting certain things. You know, if you had a cooling fan issue, you could use the scan tool to kick the cooling fan on and off for troubleshooting and for testing. So let's go ahead and go into live data, and I want to take a look at some graphing just to see how the graphing works. These are presets that GM does. We'll go ahead and go into the O2 sensors because they'll have some movement. So let's see here. I don't know how many. I'm just going to select a bunch. I don't know how many that's going to let us graph. We'll hit OK to that. So here's all our selected PIDs that we're looking at. If you want to graph any one, you're going to hit the little icon right there, and that looks like a real nice, that's Bank 2 Sensor 1, O2 sensor. Looks good. We'll go back, and we'll go ahead and hit the, you can compare samples, save sample, you can do a report. I'm going to hit graph, and you can have 4 graphs up at any one time, it looks like. And the little flyout window right there, if you hit that, you can select from other PIDs that you had previous selected for and deselect ones that you don't want to look at. So that's always good. You can see it's got a real nice graph. They're colored. They seem to be responsive. My downstream O2 sensors seem to be working good, and as is my upstream, so that's good. This truck does have 130,000 miles on it, and those are the factory O2 sensors, so they're still doing good. And you can combine them. You can combine, that'll lay all your selected PIDs on top of one another. ABS wheel sensors are real good to do that too. So the graphing looks great. I'm impressed with the graphing. I also like that if you look up top, you've got the metric and imperial selections. So depending on what you're looking at, you can select, and most metric is still going to be voltage, as is imperial. It's also worth mentioning, if you look at the little down arrow, if you're wanting, for instance, number 5, let's take a look at PID number 5. Right now it's reading in milliamp, 1.26 milliamp. If you click the down arrow, you can select either amp or milliamp. Same with the voltage up top. You can, if you want to go to milliamp, say for number 2, now it's 700 millivolt. Yeah, I misspoke, not milliamp, millivolt. We'll go ahead and change that back to voltage. So that's always good. Let me show you real quick. Let me get over here to mass airflow. Now you'll notice right here, I've got imperial selected and it's showing pounds per hour. I prefer to read that in grams per second. To me, it just makes more sense. I'm more familiar with mass airflow readings in grams per second. In fact, I think most mass airflow readings or tech data has it in grams per second, but you can select pounds per hour and pounds per second if you'd rather select that. So I like the fact that you can change from metric to imperial on the fly. Some scan tools don't let you do that, and it can be a real pain because I don't know what good pound per hour mass airflow readings are. So I prefer to have it in grams per second. Let's go back. And I'm going to go ahead and clear these codes. See if they come back. Okay. Of course, you got your history, your demo. This is where you'd manually select, what vehicle you got. You can select American, European, Asian. You can even go back to recent, and that'll give you a... I think I mentioned this does have lifetime free updates, so you'll never have to pay for an update. Right now, this is seeming like a very good scan tool for the price. So you can see readiness completed, 8. So you're good to go there. If you go into, let's see, I'm going to go into enter and readiness, read, I am readiness. And that's going to show you all your readiness monitors that's ready. You don't worry about the not supported. Some cars support different readiness monitors than other. If you had one of these that was not ready, it would say, not ready. And that's the one thing you want to look at right before you take your vehicle in for a state inspection. Here in Texas, that's what they look at, is your readiness monitors. If you have a 2000 or older vehicle, you can have 2 readiness monitors here in the state of Texas not ready, and it'll still pass. If it's 2001 or newer, you can only have 1 readiness monitor not ready. Anyway, this scan tool looks like it's going to be a solid scan tool. This was a 2016 GMC Sierra that I'm doing this walkthrough on. Seems to be working great. So if you're looking for a scan tool around this price range, take a look at this one, do a little research, and see what you think about it. I'm pretty impressed. It feels rugged, it feels solid, feels good in the hand. And yeah, it does have the voltage up in the upper left. If you take a look at that, a lot of people like that. And I do too. That's a pretty handy feature to have. Anyway, all right, we're done. This was the Kingbolen S608 scan tool. Very budget-friendly scan tool, and it seems to work great. You guys take care. We'll see you in the next one.